You know, I had a thought of how to start this, and then I forgot.
Yeah, that sounds like just about every single recording.
Yeah. Fuck, I wish I could remember. But I'm too stupid. Anyway, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Attorney Justice for All Blind. Sorry that we stopped in between the trials and whatnot. We just got exhausted and it was running a bit long, so...
Yeah, we were gonna have like another 45 minutes until we got a break or something.
Yeah,
so.
It actually was gonna be another 45 minutes until we got the to be continued.
Yeah, so we're back. We're still in the middle of this trial.
Mm-hmm.
She's still looking bad as hell, and
Shoddy, a little baddie. She
yeah,
my little
and
thing.
I guess all the hot bitches are crazy because she murdered that dude. But anyways.
Yeah, what do you guys say? Like allegedly, when you have a claim on someone that isn't been proven yet, and you're like allegedly.
No, it's my headcanon.
Headcanon? That's crazy.
Anyways, time to continue with her testimony.
Yeah, we gotta read this. So we gotta read the first line and then continue.
Yeah. That glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over.
Honey, you're telling me you didn't see the fucking knife sticking out of his body?
Yeah, or the blood on his chest or anything.
That came from the knife in his chest.
Yeah.
So you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
Yeah.
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial.
We need to know the reasons behind shit, bitch. This is a crime. Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left. I know. Edgeworth, what in the heck is going on in that brain of yours?
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Alright. Remember, our main objective is to pin this murder on this bitch. Go, my pretties, go! The glass of juice, I really didn't pour it for myself. But there wasn't anyone else in the room, right? Of course. Oh. Of course not. Then who did you pour it for?
Mr. Wright, there's a rhyme and reason for everything. Can you wait just a little longer for it to be revealed to you?
In other words, Wright, be quiet and listen.
Precisely, I couldn't have said it better myself.
So I do love that parts of this game, they're like about to start it, and Phoenix is like, well, what were you gonna say? And they're like, can you like pay attention and shut up? I will tell you if you let me speak.
Yeah.
So it was a mess? Are you sure it wasn't messy because of your fight with Mr. Kurita? Wow, that's a high accusation, Phoenix.
I understand your frustrations at not being able to prove your theory, however. Before you go accusing people of crimes, go find yourself some evidence.
Fuck, you're right.
And then, what did you see next, witness?
Alright. In one, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. Slumped over?
Yes, he was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. He really looked like he was sleeping.
Is it just me, or did that right there sound a little odd? When I saw him sitting like that, I thought he was the thought that he was dead did not cross my mind. Then what did cross your mind?
I thought maybe he had smashed everything up in anger because he lost the Grand Prix, and then felt tired after his rampage, so he decided to take a nap. Anyways, that's what I thought.
I see, so you didn't think he was dead at all.
Was that, well, she's known him for like years now. Was that in character for him to get pissed off like that? For her to be like, alright, well, here's some juice.
Well, no, if all I was ever drinking was tomato juice, I think I'd get pretty pissed off too.
To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. You thought he fainted?
I thought he was asleep at first, but then the room was in such a messy state. I thought maybe he had gotten into a fight with someone.
And that's when you went to pour the glass of juice?
Yes, he always has a hard time waking up. So Juan always has a glass of tomato juice to drink.
Is it full of vitamins or?
I see. And after that, what happened next?
When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked over the flower vase. And how did you come to realize he was dead? Well, he was in fact dead.
I shook him over and over, but I never got a response. So I set the glass down on the dresser and tried to take his pulse. I was shocked and staggered backwards.
And knocked the flower vase over, so that's what happened.
Yes.
This is what it all comes down to. Huh? This is the absolute end for both sides, and Adrian is letting her guard down. Phoenix, now's our best chance yet to kill the prosecution's case. Isn't that a bit harsh? Miss Andrews, will you tell us the truth this time? Alright, I will let you know now. There are 3 statements that you can present on with only one piece of evidence.
Alright, so it is this one, and this one.
Alright.
And then the evidence is probably the crime picture, like this.
Well, go ahead.
That's my thoughts.
Alright. Just so you know, it was statements 4, 5, or 6.
I think I did 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, you were halfway there. So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him?
No, not at all.
Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body?
What is the meaning of this?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There is a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Kurita's chest. Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought that there was a dead man.
Well, you see...
I doubt a single person in the world would have made a mistake, would mistake this for someone who's fainted, and then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink.
Your point is?
Miss Andrews, your testimony just now, it was just all one giant lie. And your lie has proven one thing very clear, that you are the real killer.
Well?
No.
No. It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt on Guard, is not guilty after all.
That's impossible. You're wrong.
Miss Andrews, try to have some composure.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt, I swear. He's the one who killed Juan.
But you're the one who refused to testify. And your reason for doing so is that you might end up incriminating yourself.
That's because...
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
Off the record, I was doing cocaine.
I refuse to testify.
Then there is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt Onguard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
We did it! Is it over? Have we found the truth at last? What's wrong, Phoenix? Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't.
Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt on Guard. Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time.
What?
What? The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth. The absolute real truth? What are you...
Witness, don't you understand yet? Huh?
I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt on Guard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party.
That's a lie. I don't believe you.
What?
I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty.
Oh, what in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared.
It's Francisco von Karma. Huh? Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of others. Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself. Then, right now, Miss Andrews is... Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss Von Karma. Oh, sorry, that was Mia's line. Fuck. Don't say a word no matter what happens. If you do, Matt Ongard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undeniably believes that in those words right now, and is clinging on to them. Then what should we do? This is the first time I've come across anything like this. No, Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get her not guilty. That's my only priority.
It wasn't me. I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help, please. Someone, help me.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
The court can't continue on like this, therefore I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
What the fuck do you want me to do? I'm just a defense attorney. What do I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Right, I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
Who's the real mastermind? Isn't it obvious? There's no one else that it could be except the woman crying here, right?
Come now, what will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Yeah, I like being mean to bitches.
Yippee! I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around it. But I can't bring myself to do it like this. Not when she's making a face like that. Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you're really hiding.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing?
No, Your Honor. Sure, Mr. Ongar would get an acquittal, but in his place, you would be found guilty. Is this how you really want this trial to end?
Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong.
What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court. Stop.
But Mr. Edgeworth...
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. What?
Oh my god, is this man gonna pull out her fucking suicide report in the middle of the oh my god.
W. Edgeworth.
Dude, that's so fucked up. She told us to keep it a secret. And Edgeworth's like, alright, you don't want to testify?
Good job, Edgeworth. You're
on this day, you decided to kill yourself, right? But failed? You failed, right?
You even, how should I put this, suck at doing that.
So fucked up. I'm so sorry.
And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. Stop, please stop.
Is he gonna fucking say that because she has an illness, that she doesn't qualify to make decisions on her own and forces her to testify?
I don't know.
That would be really funny.
No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have evidence right here. That's...
That's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report.
Well, you do now, witness. You know what I am about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews.
The secret of her dependent nature. Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world.
Please stop. I beg you. If people find out,
I don't care. If you're gonna say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. You already messed it up once.
Come on!
Dang, Edgeworth, you're so based.
Edgeworth, I know you're kind of spitting right now, but come on, man. Even the judge is like, what the fuck?
What if that was like the key to make her like stop doing it again? He's like, you're so pathetic at killing yourself. Like, you should never do it again.
Yeah.
Like,
she's like, oh my god, you're right. Why did I think of that?
Yeah, he's like, why would you do something that you suck at that much? she's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna live then. And he's like, oh shit. That's not what I wanted at all.
Reverse psychology to the max. Edgeworth, how could you be so cold? Even Phoenix is like, this is kind of fucked up, Edgeworth. I know I want that non-guilty verdict, but holy shit.
I'll have you know, Wright, I'm quite warm, actually. However, before you die...
Could you testify?
I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. No matter what I have to do.
You're gonna do me?
Whoa.
No matter what... Wait, what'd you say? So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either's fine with me.
I'll talk, but please, help me.
This is so fucking sad.
Nothing matters anymore.
My crime.
When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. When I realized he was dead, that's when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then, I stabbed Juan's dead body with a knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume.
Damn, so we were right about that.
So stab the body with the knife? But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious to pin the blame on a certain person? A certain cowardly man.
What do you mean by all this? It might take this court out a little while to understand, but this is the truth.
The real killer's Matt, that scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time.
Last time?
So, Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Carita, in the chest with a knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt on guard for the murder. And this is her crime.
There was a case like this on some show, I think some like really recent show, that was like some lady came to this one dude with like the intention of killing him and shot at him, but he was already dead when she shot at him. Mm-hmm. And they were like really confused on trying to figure out like, do they charge her with murder even though the guy was already dead?
Yeah.
And I think they ruled it like
desecration of a corpse or something?
Yeah, and then like unlawful discharge of a firearm and like and stuff like that. But I'm thinking if it's like the same case like here.
Yeah.
Except I guess is framing illegal?
I feel like it is. I feel like what she did was definitely a crime of framing a murder on a man.
I don't know what like the sentence is for like framing a murder.
Yeah.
Because like she framed the murder, but she didn't do it.
Yeah.
So,
but she's she's definitely tampering with the crime scene. That's definitely going to be one of them.
Desecration.
Desecration of a body. I guess those two for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there should be a sentence for framing.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, it's not our job to...
Yeah, it's not our job.
To hand out this stuff. It's our job to prove that our people are not guilty.
Yeah, so. And also perjury. She perjured herself several fucking times on the stand. Yeah. So, yeah, that's definitely one of them. How could this be possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination.
Alright, fucking press everything. We're gonna get something from her.
Throw me a bone.
When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honestly.
Throw me a bone.
Okay. Here's my boner. But you could tell from the state of the room it was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you didn't know he was dead? Well, I guess that...
Had a scarf tied around his neck, but that scarf is a part of the Jamma Ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice.
When I realized he was dead, that's when I formulated my plan. What was this plan you had?
I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because, one, he was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought, I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt.
So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and button.
Another crime.
Yeah.
First thing that came to mind was to plant the knife.
Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash to Matt's room. So it was you. Fuck. That was so you can get the knife, correct?
No,
I got a fork instead.
I used a spoon. A spork, if you will.
We were eating cereal with it.
I got it from KFC.
Yeah.
Is KFC the only restaurant that like gives out sporks?
I feel like because for the chicken pot pie that they have and whatnot, because it's kind of like a liquid and also a solid.
Yeah, but I haven't been to a KFC in a really long time,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't know. The only thing that I ever got at KFC's was like their floats.
Mm-hmm.
I also never realized that you could just like order other drinks as a float. Like you could get like a Dr. Pepper float.
You get a Baja Bass float?
Probably, because all it is they just take the drink and put ice cream in it.
That's it? I didn't even know they had ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to make a thing at home, that's all you have to do to make a root beer floater.
It's just soda and any ice cream you want? I'm guessing
Yeah.
it's just vanilla.
Yes, yeah. That's all that a float is.
Everyone, you just learned something new today. This is an educational channel now.
Yeah, we're sitting over here talking about the knife that was used at dinner that had his fingerprints all over it. But,
Yeah. Yeah, but we're talking about root beer floats now.
yeah, anyways. I don't know why I tried to press on this statement.
Stupid.
I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards
Well,
him.
they sure did.
And so I stabbed Matt.
He was honk shoeing.
Yep.
Matt was honk shoeing with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, stabbed him in his butthole, and then returned to the scene of crime.
And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with a knife and ripped off the button.
You know, there was like some like really famous. I think he was a terrorist. I could be really wrong, and that could be really racist.
Okay.
But there was some not so great guy in the Middle East who was famous for stabbing people in the ass.
What?
That is. I think his name was Gaddafi, and
Is there a reason behind it, or?
I don't know. He was just like really famous for that, and so like what like my friends and I used to joke about is we would like go up behind each other and go like this and grab each other's ass and go Gaddafi, and people would go like you'd see people fucking jump because of it. I don't know. We were in middle school doing stupid shit.
Oh really? You don't say.
Yeah.
So you're the one that stabbed the victim with that knife?
It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then, when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I used the button somehow, I could make Matt look even more suspect.
So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. On Guard's Hakama.
Yes, that's what I planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they?
Just when I finished and was going to return to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience.
What was this inconvenience?
An inconvenience?
It There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway.
I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lada.
There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth.
That's Miss Olbeck for you.
I'd already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once, so I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again.
And that's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume. You were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you?
Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony.
You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct?
Yes, Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
And what is this secret?
That, I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
I think we've heard enough. So after that you went back to Mr. On Guard's room and planted the button?
Into Matt's Hawktua, yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. A Target bag. And then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it.
I found a nearby incinerator and I fucking burnt that shit to a crisp.
Yeah, except there was a key in the incinerator.
The key again.
My word, what does all this mean?
I don't fucking know, Judge.
Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt On Guard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk.
She whipped me several times, but we did have a pleasant talk over tea and biscuits. Francisca, huh?
She said that I should, under no circumstances, confess to what I had done.
Wait a minute, so she knew what you did?
I love witness tampering.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words.
No one fucking believe in you.
What this witness has done is clearly unlawful.
No shit, Judge.
However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer.
Wait, Your Honor. The defense still...
Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything. Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. The cross-examination of the witness is over, and so is today's trial. You couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright.
But...
Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning.
Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for a detention immediately.
That is all. Court is adjourned for today.
Damn, the judge already fucking left.
I've never seen that sprite before.
Today's trial, it's over. I didn't win an acquittal.
Witness, would you mind if I asked you something?
Edgeworth?
What is it?
Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it?
Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although, I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remember just now. I found this in the room on that day.
The room?
That day?
Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there, right next to him.
You found that card next to the victim's body?
So she found it at the crime scene. So
yeah. She also just took evidence too, another crime.
Yeah, she's like, Give me that shit.
Yeah, she fucking racking up charges. Holy shit.
Yeah. I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right?
Yeah, I guess not, but it's still a strange card if you ask me. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why.
Dude. Witness that card. Give it to me. Hurry.
Edgeworth?
Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This... I can't believe you hid this from me all this time.
Well, to be fair, you just got assigned this case.
I didn't mean to.
What is this all about? I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. That card. What in the world is it? And what does it mean? Did we just get it to be continued? Fuck. Run it back! You think Maya's dead?
Yeah.
So we never found out what happened to her. She found the little car on the ground. She was like, oh boy, this is my ticket out of here. And then we never heard anything.
Yeah, I think she sadly has passed on to the next realm.
Pro channels her right now.
Although thinking about it, I don't think the D killer could really do anything to her, because as long as she's held as a hostage, Wright kind of has to do whatever he says.
Yeah. But he did request a requital today, or else Maya was gonna die.
Yeah, but that could just be like all talk and whatnot in order to try and like rush things up.
Yeah.
But I mean, he still has Wright pretty much wrapped around his finger.
Yeah.
So he could just like, because if you know he killed Maya, then he loses all leverage. Couldn't Wright just be like,
oh yeah, you're right.
Like, I'm gonna recuse myself and like,
yeah, I'm going to drop this case. Matt's on his own.
yeah, just be like, all right, deuces, bro.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, do lawyers have like some sort of contract with the person they're defending in order to like make it so that they like can't drop them? Or
maybe. I know, like, I mean, we see in a lot in SVU, like the defense will be like, well, what is it? One of the people will be like, actually, you're fired, and like they tell their lawyer to get out.
Yeah.
And they're just not there anymore.
Yeah.
Or they get like a brand new one, where they like translate it out or whatnot.
Yeah.
Let's figure out what the fuck's going on with that card.
Yeah, because we've clearly seen it in two different places, and it's clearly related to the murder as well as D killer. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of interesting to like note that it was actually in those two separate places.
Yeah.
And of course, Miss Andrews just like, you know, happened to have it on her this entire time, and he's just waving it around and like, oh, here's the most important piece of evidence.
Yeah, very important.
I've just been holding it in my hand.
Do you think Francisca knew about it?
Probably, and then she got shot.
That's crazy.
Unlucky.
All right, run it back.
Well, we're continuing?
We're only at 32 minutes. We can do a little bit of edging. You're not at all curious about what happened with that card? And Pearl's just crying.
I'm curious, but I have patience. I can wait.
Whatever.
Mystic Maya. She's fucking dead.
There, Pearls.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, motherfucker thinks that she's gonna die today. Look, it'll be alright. Everything might still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't, because Mr. Ongard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Cheer up, we don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going.
Yeah, we do. We have all the time in the world. Now I'm depressed. You're right. Mr. Myers is in much more pain than I am.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Hey, you guys, glad I caught you, pal.
hi, Gumshoe.
Mr. Scruffy Detective.
Oh boy. Looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now.
It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal.
Well, we're kind of busy right now. Alright, what's going on? lay it on me.
Take my
badge. Look, this is my attorney's badge.
Oh, it's a little tarnished, don't you think, pal? Don't worry, I'll make it all sparkly shiny again.
Here's my AK-47. I'm just gonna shoot it real quick. So what are you going to do from now on?
What do you mean, pal?
Well, you've been fired, right? So do you have a new job lined up yet?
Oh, that, what am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday.
What are you talking about? You don't have another payday.
I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal.
Say what?
You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. Onguard's innocence all day, right?
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things.
Okay. By the way, what's your best dish?
Ramen.
Why am I surrounded by people who want to eat cheap, unhealthy foods? I wouldn't call a burger cheap, but I mean, if you go to McDonald's.
That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like, he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself.
Yeah, that's a crazy fucking line.
He said that? That's horrible.
Oh yeah, Pearls was not there.
But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally.
The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if it was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in the testimony itself, but I still think that there's something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing.
You mean about that thing, pal?
Why would she want to, no, I mean almost need to frame Mr. Onguard? I can't figure out for anything she said all day.
Then you're saying that testimony was a lie?
Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Or that Edgeworth would like us to believe.
That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that.
Francisco von Karma. Oh yeah, she was shot. Speaking of Miss von Karma, do you have any more information about her condition? Was she shot this morning? Oh, wasn't she shot this morning? Yeah, can you tell us, please?
Miss Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal.
But she's gonna be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but...
Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. She should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital.
Which one?
What? Are you going to visit her, pal?
No, well, I was kind of thinking about it.
Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal.
Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick.
Yeah, let's go do it, bro.
I didn't know an 8-year-old could have a whipping kink.
Okay, now I'm definitely not going.
Let's see, name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Hottie Clinic.
She had a surgery down there? That name
They-
sends a chill down my spine.
They did surgery on a crepe?
I mean, they basically did with fucking Eeny Miny over there. Or Mimi Mimey. Well, I guess I can't hurt to stop by and say hi.
Alright, we're just stopping by to say hi.
We're just stopping by to see you. That's all. Never thought I'd come back to this place.
Yes, are you here to visit a patient?
Hi. Well, wait a second, you are...
Yes, I'm Director Hottie. H.
Why are you still here?
Yes, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me, yes.
Dr. Hottie.
That voice hurts me so bad.
I'm sorry. Oh shit. Hedgeworth.
Yes, I'm Director Audio. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes, what is it? Director, Francesca. I was Francesca von Karma. Yeah, you don't need to worry. Yeah, she's in good hands. Because you see, I'm personally taking care of her. Yeah. Yes, and that surgery, it went well. You have my gratitude.
It looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret.
She looked so pitiful, absolutely terrified. Yeah, but I understand. Yes, her opponent was a gun after all. When I snuck up on her, like real secret, like she would scream really loud. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, tap. I see. Oh, she's really cute too. What I do, she'll whip me with her whip. Boy, I cry like a baby. Yes, but I think I could get used to it.
Man, you looking good. Go back to your room.
You're so mean, so mean, my frisky frisk. Let's continue. Okay, yes, time for my IV drops. Yeah.
My PC's been on for 4 hours. And what are those tulips doing in your hand, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? I knew I shouldn't have come here. Oh, he brought little flowers for her. That's so nice. Ah. I guess that's all I get.
Does she do it for everything? Yeah.
You don't even get to, like, even pull it out to show her. She immediately, like, whips you. I was shot in front of the courtroom in my right shoulder. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. Oh yeah, didn't we hear in, like, SVU that Barbara gets fucking death threats on, like, on the daily?
Yeah.
I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning. But that would have been too much for you. I didn't even know Pearls was here. I thought we came here alone. There's a need to act tough in front of us, you know? Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unwieldy. One has to wonder if he was simply interested in sealing my case.
It was the only logical course of action given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you in that irresponsible deal you made.
Fuck you. Said the fuck you. Oh yeah, I think I know what deal he was referring to. Yeah, telling her not to fucking talk. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Ongard, you told Miss Andrews not to testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? It looks like you are lucky, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? If I had been in court today, this trial would have already been over. While hiding Miss Andrews' own crime. That isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with the evidence or not. I have only one objective, to find Ongard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? The end justifies the means. Miss Von Karma? Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Ongard will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Because of that, she's now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end. This still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. But you had to know she was... Ow! I think visiting hours here are almost over. So, if you excuse me. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Oh, hi, Edgeworth. Edgeworth. Oh, yeah. So you want to tell me about that card?
I've been put in charge of this case, so I can't give you any help with regards to clues or evidence.
You sure are hard. I thought this said you sure are a hard ass. A hard nose, totally different from Detective Gumshoe.
And that was why he was fired.
He's got a point. So what if he was leaking things to the defense, alright? It's shared evidence. It was gonna come up in court. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far...
But she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright, the courtroom is a garden of judgment. I'm putting myself on the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural.
Damn. Oh yeah, tell me. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you.
Witness, that card. Give it to me, hurry. Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? I can't believe you hid this from me all this time.
That card, what in the world is it?
You mean this? Listen, Wright, this is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. The Special Investigations Team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it.
Is it the Special Victims Unit? Sorry. Dun, dun, dun. I understand.
Their task is to find the owner of this card, a man called Shelley D. Killer. And just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin. The best at that.
An assassin? Picture card. Placed next to the victim at the time of the murder, Miss Andrews was carrying it. So who is this Shelley D. Killer?
D. Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins.
Oh, so it's like a family thing?
Long-standing?
The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelley is the professional name of the third heir to the D. Killer name.
So because his professional name is Shelley, he leaves cards with a shell on them?
He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims.
Why would he do something like that?
We think it is a part of his duty to his clients.
His duty?
If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients.
I see.
D. Killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. Seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience.
I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. So, you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case?
It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree?
Shelley the Killer, huh? Oh, wait, we're gonna tell him?
I noticed something at the trial today. You're behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? Our Cyclops come up.
Yeah, he has the fucking katana all of a sudden. I guess I could just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want?
An acquittal.
I see. I had no idea. I'll prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow.
Oh my god, that's so nice.
Really? Can you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to...
Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity.
Mr. Nick?
There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I just had to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way.
Right, listen. You need to know something. Juan Corrida was killed by Shelley the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt on guard. Your own client.
Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that.
I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this.
What is it?
The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we're looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelley the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter.
Thank you. Letter of introduction received from Edgeworth allows Barer to freely investigate the crime scene.
Bearer?
Fuck. Shut up! Leave me alone!
In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again, and if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mr. Nick? Do you think Mr. Ungard hired an assassin?
I mean, he can fucking afford it. He's a celebrity, but no way. I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya, please, all I ask is you make it home, safe and sound. I love Maya.
Good job, Maya.
Yeah.
I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me.
Do you think he put it there to be like if we got like a guilty verdict on my on guard, he already had the card planted for and he was just gonna walk over and kill Maya?
Maybe, or he just dropped it.
Yeah. Oops.
And even though he said he was an ass in, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court.
That's crazy, Maya.
Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found.
Click. Oh yeah.
Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around.
Maya, I love you, but like you gotta keep your voice down.
What's this? It feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels.
Oh, she can't see anything.
It's too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty.
Oh yeah, she can't see anything. I forgot about that.
There's all sorts of things piled up here. It's too dark to see.
And then door.
I've unlocked the door with this card. I should probably go and take a look around.
Alright, let's go. Even Maya don't even know where she's going.
What is this place? I got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here.
He has a doggy door.
Yeah, doggy. What is that?
There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, it looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says,
With love, Celeste.
I bet this could be a clue.
I thought we were gonna get a court record. Wait, we have a court record.
Yeah.
We just have everything that Phoenix has?
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
Yeah, I wonder who that could be.
That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Oh, how cute. It's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something.
Rubik's Cube bear.
It's so dark in here I can barely see, but these kind of feel like videotapes. All of them. So what kind of room is this?
Which reminds me of the bonus room I used to have when I lived in the house that had like 6 bedrooms with 6 bathrooms. In the bonus room, we had a TV that size, and it was heavy as fuck because it was like, not only was it big, but it was like a giant brick almost.
Yeah.
And it had like that big thing on the back. Oh, I think it took 4 people to get it up the stairs and up into the bonus room.
Yeah, those things are fucking heavy as hell.
Yeah, it looked heavy.
Ugh, locked, of course. It doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door.
Have you tried?
There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there.
It's all the burgers you're eating, Maya.
Yeah. Even if you couldn't crawl through there, you can try to like open the thing and see if you could see anything.
Oh hey, it's a computer. I've never really used one before.
My computer.
Oh, I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat, there goes my plan to use this somehow to get out of here. What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? This is a VCR. There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here. What is an antenna doing here?
Oh, it simply will not do. How? I can't have you wandering around at will.
Yeah!
It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you.
He is.
For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you can't, there are ways in which I could help you.
Ways, you mean?
Dead men tell no tales. Is that how the saying goes, correct?
Dead?
I'm always certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin.
No way, you're lying. I mean, an assassin?
People are not always who they appear to be. PM? Oh, I guess we did get out of court today. I was like, what the fuck? Why is it nighttime?
Anyways, you're the one that had the guide up. Is this a good stopping point?
Oh, yeah.
I've been waiting this entire time
I was
for that.
invested myself. I'm sorry. Oh, we were actually supposed to go to the hottie clinic first. I'm actually really surprised. Okay, and then Maya. Okay. Hottie clinic. Just finished talking to. Yeah, just finished talking to Pearls and we'll end it.
Alright.
Mr. Nick?
Oh, yes, Pearls? Got caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation.
Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know.
Yeah, I guess for now. I have no choice but to believe in Mr. On Guard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too.
Okay.
Alright, well, I guess in the next one, we're gonna talk to Mr. On Guard again and do our investigation.
Yep, and we're gonna be like, yo, On Guard, why'd you, like, send an assassin out? And he's gonna be like,
An assassin?
Let me talk to my manager. Oh, wait, she's in prison.
Let me call my lawyer real quick. Our phone searching.
yeah. But yeah, we got some valuable information. We actually saw Day Killer again, and we can kind of assume that he's behind some of these shenanigans, but we don't know if Matt is also behind some of these shenanigans. Yeah. We don't know how much he knows. He could be just acting dumb, but he's really a genius. Who knows? But we're gonna figure out a little bit more in the next one. We're gonna see if Maya ended up dying for like the third time. She should be like definitely dead this time, but yeah, maybe Pearl will be kidnapped next.
That's fucked up.
He's like, damn, my hostage is gone. Guess I gotta go get another one.
Yeah, gotta go kidnap the 8-year-old girl.
Yeah, and then he's gonna kidnap Edgeworth and.
Yeah, and then Gumshoe.
Yeah. And then as soon as he kidnaps Gumshoe, Phoenix is gonna be like, oh, now I really gotta get an acquittal.
Yeah, like, oh fuck.
I can't have my bestest good friend
that I'm totally not gay for die.
Yeah. But anyways, we're gonna figure out a little bit more in the next one. So thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Bye.